Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to win more gunfights here for Season 10. I have some really good tips in this video that I know can help you guys out, so make sure you guys do stay to the end of the video. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and also subscribe to my second channel. The link for that will be in the description or the pinned comment. Turn on my post notifications and as well comment down below your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys would like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go over to the item shop, go down to support a creator, type in my code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. I really do appreciate all you guys who do add me. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to be talking about how you can win more gunfights and just improve your 1v1 type skills. And so the gameplay up in the background, I just have a bunch of gameplay, nothing really too special, just a bunch of Season 10 games and a bunch of gunfights that I was going into, sometimes against really good players, and some were kind of against really bad players that I could kill very easily. But I'm going to be talking about different ways and techniques that I think would work best here for Season 10 when it comes to going into each gunfight so you can have a better overall chance of winning each and every fight. And just starting out, if you want to have a chance against going someone in a gunfight, I still recommend, for those of you guys who watched my how to win first game in Season 10 video, I always recommend landing as far away as possible from the robots as you can. So when you're landing, and a lot of times, sometimes they come in a little bit later, so it's kind of hard to judge exactly where you should land. But you really don't want to land anywhere near the robots, especially at the beginning of the game. Even if you have such a good advantage, even if you're fighting another player, you have a combat shotgun, they only have like a pistol. Still, it's just something super annoying, especially in the beginning of the game. You have absolutely no chance against winning against anything like that. Unless you're playing solos, then of course it's really not too difficult. You just have to run over to it, jump in it, and then self-destruct. But I'm talking about if you're playing duos and squads, which the majority of you guys are going to be playing a lot of that with your friends. So when you're playing duos and squads and you have two people in the robot at a time, it's just going to be way too hard to fight at the beginning of the game. Even if you are very good at this game, can win a lot of gunfights, you're really just going to have no chance. So you still, either way, want to land as far as possible, in my opinion, away from the robot, unless you really want to try to go for off spawn. But that could be very difficult for a lot of reasons. First reason, of course, it's just going to be as simple as there's going to be a lot of people trying to land it there at the exact same time. And if you and your teammate both don't land in it, they can easily just self-destruct it, and it'll be pretty much a complete waste of time. So I would stay away from that. So when it comes to the playstyle that you want to have in order to win as many gunfights as possible, I think this is one of the most important things, especially for Season 10, is I feel like a lot of people, when they go into gunfights, they make one mistake that I think can cost them more than any other mistakes. There's a lot of mistakes people can make because in Fortnite there's just so many different things you can do when it comes to aiming, when it comes to building, and everything in between. There's just so many different options, so there's a lot of mistakes people can make and a lot of right moves people can make. But I think one of the biggest mistakes people make when going into a gunfight especially is just going to be going into it too quickly. And what I mean by that is some people rush into a gunfight when maybe they should just sit back and try to analyze exactly what to do and kind of what the best move is first before going into the fight. Because what can happen, and what happens a lot of the times, is you're going to be going into a gunfight and you're going to be going into it too quickly, and then as soon as you start fighting the other player, maybe you get hit for like 100 damage, 70 damage, whatever the case may be, whatever they're using, probably a combat shotgun. But you're going to get hit and you're going to realize that you should have made a different play. Maybe you should have came from the right side, maybe you should have came from the left side, maybe you should not challenge at all. A lot of times you're going to be going into gunfights and you're going to make a mistake by rushing into it too quickly. And I still advocate playing aggressive. That's how I play really fast. But at the same time, sometimes I do have to slow it down to really try to analyze exactly the best way to play it, because you really don't ever want to get into a situation where you're running into it too quickly and then you get completely screwed over when the gunfight could have been extremely easy if you would have came from a different approach and maybe came from a different side, different angle, maybe you waited for your teammate to push. So there's a lot of different ways you can mess it up by pushing too quickly. So you can't really ever go wrong when it comes to playing a little bit more passive and a little bit more slow at first until you understand the right move. Because a lot of times you're going into these gunfights, you make a mistake like that, and then you realize, oh wait, I really should have made or should have pushed from a different angle. And a lot of times a mistake like that can easily be prevented if you just slow down, take an extra second or two, maybe 3 seconds to really see the best play in that situation to try to make. And I think that's also really important. And also another thing that you can do that can also be very good as well. So you want to play a little bit slower, but a lot of times during the gunfight, you realize that you're playing a little bit fast. Maybe you feel like you did make the right decision coming from a different angle. But a lot of times, one thing you can do that will actually save you a ton is something that I do in a lot of my gunfights. If you guys really focus on my gameplay, I do this a ton, is I go into a gunfight, maybe I have the advantage, maybe I don't, maybe I lose a decent amount of HP, they get a good shot on me, whatever the case may be, and I need to get off heals, or whatever the case may be, but I want to slow down the gunfight a little bit, so I'm going to box in, and I'm going to really analyze the gunfight, trying to see exactly what angles the other players are coming from. Because once I box in, I can really tell if the player is going to be maybe 1 story above me, 2 stories above me, and maybe his teammate's going to be to the left of me or to the right of me. And I can really analyze and make probably the best decision I possibly can from that situation, just because I slowed it down instead of just blindly rushing into it, not really knowing where all the players are, and not really knowing the best option I have while going into the fight. So that can also be another thing. Is really important. First off, slowing it down before you actually go into the gunfight, and maybe even halfway during the gunfight as well. You can easily slow it down, just box up, and then try to think and try to analyze the situation to make the best play possible. And that's just going to be one of the best things that you could possibly do to win a lot more gunfights. Is not really, even if you want to play aggressive like I do, I play super fast, I like to rush everybody, but a lot of times, even though I'm rushing really fast into these gunfights, I'm really analyzing where the player is and the best move to go about it when I'm fighting these players. So even though I'm playing fast, I'm really thinking about it a lot when it comes to going into different gunfights. A lot of times I do have to slow it down. I have to box in, try to see what the other player is trying to do and play off of them, because there really is going to be 2 different ways you can play. The first one being is you can play off of the other player, so you can see what they do. You can see maybe they want to go for an edit play, so maybe you try to counter it. So you try to play off counters in a way. You try to see what they do first and then make your play accordingly. And that could be a really good way in a lot of situations going about the fight. So that's basically one way you can play, is you can play off of that player. But the second way that you can play as well is going to be making a move before them. So you're the one to rush into the fight. You're the one to go for high ground first. You're the one to try to initiate contact and different things like that. So you're going to be the one who plays really aggressive, and you're going to be making the first play on the player most of the time. And this is pretty much how I play most of the time. I'm not really saying it's the best way to play, but it's really aggressive, and it's just a lot more fun because you have a lot more control. You know exactly what happens during the fight instead of having to wait on the other player, make a play. And a lot of times this could be costly, especially if the zone's really far and you're really trying to just wait for the other player to make a play. And a lot of times the players that I run to every single game, they play super slow, they don't want to make a play, and they just want to sit back. So a lot of times that's why mostly I just rush them first, because if not, they would easily just sit there for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes and not make a play on me at all. So those are really the 2 different ways you can go into gunfights, and it might work better for one player, because for me personally, it's a lot better when I challenge the fights. Otherwise, we're just going to be sitting there looking at each other for like a solid minute or 2 in our bases. But you can play off of them. But for me, I like to play kind of proactive is what I like to call it, when I make the decision first when I want to rush. Because I really do have a lot more control, because I decide when I want to push the other player, when I want to get off my heels and different things like that. It's just a lot better. It makes a lot more sense, and I have a lot more control over exactly what I want to do, and I'm able to win a lot of my gunfights just from doing that. So that could be also another really good way to win a lot more gunfights than you previously are. It's just something to think about when it comes to going into every gunfight, because I think really there's so many different fights in this game that you can go into, and different situations that you really have to figure out what works best for you in that certain situation. Because sometimes in build fights, a lot of times it can be a lot better to play a lot more aggressive, go for high ground initially, but sometimes it might be better to play a little bit slower. But you have to be careful, because if you are in duos and you let the other guy get high ground because you're slowing it down, it can be costly, so you do definitely have to weigh your risk when you're trying to do that. And with that being said, that's a wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.